Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead, right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? We back in the building for another great episode of the Coach Me Coach podcast with your boy, Coach Hayes. We got a lot to talk about, and tonight we got a little bit of time to do it. Coach not feeling too well. Back to work. Doggone kids done got me again. So I'm a little sniffly tonight. But we're going to be in here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to open up the phone lines a little bit because the show must go on. And we're going to talk about this deal, man. We on Monday. Like I said, we're trying to add some more shows here. We're definitely going to make that happen. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Thank y'all so much. All right. Let's get into this deal. We got a couple of things we're talking about. The latest coaches hire. Duke making it to the ACC championship. Shedeur, Sanders, and Jeudy getting into it on the sidelines. And, of course, Lane Kiffin to LSU and all that goes with that. And you don't want to miss the gone too far segment. Where the people have gone too far, we got to talk about it. Let me know if people have gone too far. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all rocking and rolling. Shout out to Normal Guy. What's up with this LSU icon up here? This avatar Normal Guy. Did not know you was rocking for the Tigers. Go Tigers. Couple people in the building. OG Kane, what's up, baby? He said, hey, coach, this is what Lane Kiffin would have done to Miami if he would head coach here. Dip to LSU for all the Lane trainers. We're going to talk about that. OG Kane, please make sure you call in. Like I said, if I sound a little nasally, I apologize. My life in shambles. I mean, yeah, it is what it is, man. I got the red light review going back here and everything else. Also, I put this comment up and pinned below. Did Kiffin do Ole Miss wrong? Yes or no? Explain why below in the pinned comment. Make sure you check that out. Also, as you come on in, make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button and notification bell so you're aware of all the content that comes out of this channel. And also, for everybody out there, if you love the breakdowns we do with the good, bad, and ugly, Miami just dropped today with the Pittsburgh. You're going to love it. We got a lot going on in there. Talk to me. OG said, let me know when to call. When I put the phone line up, baby boy, when I put the phone line up, it'll be right there. All right. So make sure you check that out. All right. Let's get into the very first thing of the night, man. Let's take a look at this right here. Right now, Coach John Summerall, the Tulane coach, he's getting the head coach job at the University of Florida. Now, when I look at him, Florida was in the bid for Lane Kiffin. Apparently, he decided to take his talents elsewhere. LMV, what's up, baby? DP, what's going on? Shout out to all the members in the building. Get those likes up. That's what we're talking about. Appreciate it. John Summerall, for what I'm hearing, he's a good coach. When he was at Troy, he was 12-2, 11-2, took a bigger job. Hence those words now. I want you to make sure that's gonna be like the key phrase for the night. Bigger job. So John Summerall goes to Troy, goes 12-2, 11-2 in the second year, leaves Troy and goes to Tulane for a bigger job. He goes 9-5 this year, currently 10-2. Tulane is up for are they up for the college football playoffs? Are they in the CFP? From my understanding? Or we're in the running? Huh? And he's going to take the job at the University of Florida, a bigger job. Also, now, let me go back first about Florida. I don't know what it is when it comes to Florida's hiring process. They give a lot of these guys these opportunities. I think Florida definitely has the cachet, and it's a highly respected job. It's one of the probably top jobs out there when it's open. And they seem to always go with the G5 dude, right? They go with the guy that's kind of unproven at the higher level. We go back from Steve Spurrier, who had been there for years. Will Muschamp gets the job, right? Am I right? No, first it was Ron Zook or whatever. Then it was Will Muschamp. Then Dan Mullen, who they tried. I didn't think Dan Mullen did terrible, but I think it was a lot of personality conflicts there. Excuse me. A lot of personality conflicts there. G5 Billy. Now we going with G5 John. Oh, he got a name already. G5 John. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So I don't know what they're going to do at Florida, but we'll find out. We'll definitely find out. Also, who's in the running for another job is my man Alex Golish. Alex Golish, who was under Josh Heupel at Tennessee as the OC, got the job at USF, leaving USF for a bigger job at Auburn. Bigger job at Auburn. Here's what's funny about him. He goes to South Florida, who was 7-6 his first year, 7-6 his second year. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to nitpick. I just want to make sure I speak within context. Hell, say, Mr. Stay Sick, man. You be around these doggone shorties, man. Anyway, they were 7-6. The win in the bowl game gave them their 7th win. His second year, not tripping. Win in the bowl game gave him his 7th win in the Hawaii Bowl. Next year, 9-3. Top contender. Everybody talking about it. But they're 9-3. He's getting a job in the SEC. But James Franklin at Virginia Tech? Okay, we're talking about bigger job. Right? I want to know your thoughts right now in regards to these coaches getting these jobs. What do you think they're going to do at their respective positions or respective schools? Right? What do you think they're going to do? I don't know. But here's what I do know. I don't know if Florida's going to be worth anything or not. Hell, I'm glad Lane didn't go to Florida. Right? Miami's still going to be rocking. It is what it is. Okay? And then Florida State decides to keep G5 Mike Norvell. They're terrible, bro. You go from 13 or whatever to 7 wins in 2 years. They're terrible. Terrible. And anyway, that's me being a little biased. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to have an opinion when I'm doing these. All right. So, when I look at this and I say to myself, okay, well, that's what you have. Now, I look at Duke as we talk about Duke a little bit here, right? Duke is an interesting one. ACC champion, and this is weird. I'm going to talk about how Duke got in and what could happen if Duke wins against Virginia in the ACC championship. First of all, SMU loses to Cal Saturday night. That eliminates them. That allows Duke in. Here's the weirdest thing in there. Duke is not even ranked. Duke is a 7-5 program right now. Miami is 10-2, and we on the bench. Virginia did their thing. They're still doing their thing. They've done their thing. But Duke gets in. Here's what I want to explain to a lot of people. Now, this doesn't mean this will happen, but based on the rules, this is what should happen. This is what should happen. Excuse me, I forgot. Yeah, they fired my man Stoops at Kentucky. But anyhow, Duke plays Virginia. Duke beats Virginia. Currently, Duke will not go to the college football playoffs because how the rules are stated is the highest conference championship winners get an automatic bid. That doesn't mean they get a bye week. They get a bid. So follow me. So when you're at the coffee pot in the morning at work, if you huddle around the water cooler or you're out there at the Roach Coach trying to get you some lunch and y'all talking sports, I want you to understand how this works. See, everything that happened in the college football committee when it comes to the rules actually happened to them. As they said, the rule states the highest conference championship winners. But typically that would be the Power 4 programs and a G5, right? Well, Duke is not currently ranked. I don't know what they're ranked. They only go 25 and up, 1 through 25. But I guess they list them and rank them, whatever. Excuse me so much, guys. I'm sorry. Let's say right now, Duke is ranked 35th. Just follow me on that number, 35th. JMU, Tulane is what, 24 right now. Let me see if I can pull up that right now. Let me see what Tulane is ranked, if they currently, at the standing. Tulane is 24th. Okay? There's no other G5 program within the top 25. So, with all things being said, let's just say right now that in the Big 12, it's Texas Tech, right? Conference champion. In the ACC, well, I'm sorry, we'll leave that out. In the Big 10, let's just say it's Ohio State. And in the SEC, let's just say it's Georgia. That's 3 conferences that are represented. Well, the ACC, and I want people to really understand how this works. The highest ranked ACC team right now is Miami, who is 12, who cannot go to the ACC championship. The next highest ranked ACC team is Virginia. Virginia will be playing Duke. Duke, hypothetically, because I don't know their ranking, let's just say they are 35. Right? Let's just say they're ranked 35. Well, if you go up here to the other conferences, let's say, who is the, not the MAC, where's JMU located? In the SBC? Yes. In the SBC, let's say James Madison is ranked 30th. Duke is 35, James Madison is 30th, and they're the conference champion. They will now take a spot in the college football playoffs as one of the highest 5 ranked conference champions. If Virginia wins, none of that matters. Virginia goes in. I want people to understand this. Now, does that mean the college football playoff committee will follow their own rules? I don't know. But what I do know is that is what the rule states. That is what the rule states. The highest 5 ranked. And my God, boy, if Duke beats Virginia, you thought Miami Notre Dame was an uproar. It's going to be some people pissed. I definitely want to hear, and I hopefully let me know in the chat if you guys understand how that works. I was trying to find a way to put a graphic up so you guys can understand it. A little under the weather, we're going to make it happen, but that's interesting right there. Miami is currently ranked 12th. My God, bro. Virginia is 18th. SMU is out of it. Pittsburgh's out of it. Georgia Tech's out of it. Due to the rules, the head-to-head rules and so forth. Also, the rule committee states that they don't take in consideration the championship games towards the ranking. And I will say, I think that's a little fair. Why is it fair? Why is this fair? I think this is fair because, hold on. Excuse me. I knew it was coming. I apologize. I don't think it's fair because think about this, a team that loses in the conference championship game is getting punished to a team that was not in it. Meaning I'm getting punished because I lost in an additional game. And the team that's the third in the conference, they didn't have to play in it. They good to go. Only college football, y'all. Only college football is this crazy. Only college football is this crazy. But again, it's a money grab. Keep telling y'all that. Let me know again if you guys understand how that process is working. I would love to see that. Right? Next. Oh boy. Supposed to put puke up there, but I can't stand it. Up next. Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders get into it in the sideline. You can't keep these people out of the news, man. Here's what I'm going to say. I got this video actually. Excuse me. I got this video actually. I'm going to play it for those that may have missed it. The interaction between Jeudy and Shedeur. It doesn't it has sound, but it's like music playing, so I'm not really worried about that part. But you get to see their interaction in the body language. Let me know what you guys think, and then we can talk about it. They're talking about a play on the iPad there. They're looking at it. Here's my whole thing about this. They're talking about the play. They're looking at the play. Apparently, it's something about the route, when you should throw the ball, something to that effect. Context matters. You see Shedeur's face like, nah, man. And if you watch Jeudy, he says, you're wrong. You're wrong. Watch his mouth. He said, you're wrong. Okay? Now, the O-lineman steps in, separates him. I get it. Here's my biggest issue with this whole thing. Here's my issue with this whole entire interaction. Let me go back. Let me go back. What's missing? You know what's missing? Where's the goddamn old coach? Where's the quarterback coach? Where's the receiver coach? Where's the coach that'll step in and say, hey, let me explain what should have happened here? You have two players in conflict. If there are two players in conflict, somebody has to come in and straighten it out so you're on the same page. Now, there appears to be a coach right here. I don't know if he's a coach or not, but he's not in uniform. So I don't know if he's a coach. You can't really see him. But my problem and my issue, where is the coach? Where is the person that can straighten this out? I'm not really mad at the body language, right? I'm not really mad at the body language. And see, and I get it. People are, well, you got to listen to your quarterback. I understand Jeudy's body language is not the best, and I get that. But it's football. I'm not saying Shedeur is wrong either. He might be 100% right. We don't know the context. All I'm saying is, where is the coach that can get this rectified so we can go out and win the doggone football game? Maybe I'm asking too much. Everybody has jumped on Jeudy's head. Whatever, I get it. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying Shedeur's right. I'm not saying Shedeur's wrong. Excuse me, sorry. I apologize. Golly, allergies got me going. All I will say, though, is where's the person? All these people on the sideline, they're looking at an iPad. or a Surface Pro or whatever it's called, and there's nobody there that say, hey, guys, on the next play, on this particular route, blah, 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 you got to put the ball here, Shedeur, or you ran this route wrong, Jeudy, blah, blah, to get it fixed. Because if you look at it, nothing got fixed. You know what happened? You went your way, he went his way, and the O-lineman separated. I learned a long time ago in this game. It's not what people say or how people say things in this game. It's what they're saying. If you clearly look at his mouth, he's saying you're wrong. And Shedeur's not agreeing. Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is who's going to fix it? Definitely ain't the old lineman. He don't know what's going on. He's trying to block somebody. So you look at this, and he's clapping his hands. He shouldn't be clapping it. Man, no, we in battle, bro. I made a video about that the other day. A short. Should have had it queued up. Look how he talking. We in a battle. I'm trying to get it across. Hey, bro, I need this. We're at war. I get it. He the quarterback. Fine. But again, my issue is that where's the coaching staff that's to fix that? The interaction was big enough for the cameras to catch it. It ain't big enough on the sideline for a coach to say, or one of them dudes will be like, hey, coach, man, we got an issue over here. Can you come fix it? Come on, beloved sandworm. You know it's a metaphor. Stop it. Figure of speech. We in a battle. How about that? The battle of Cleveland versus San Francisco on the hill. That's the part that I don't understand. And that's the part that, I get it. The clicks and the likes and the woo and everybody. No, you should listen to. I get it. This has more to do with fixing the problem than what the problem was. That's the part I'm not understanding. That's the part I'm not totally understanding when it comes to these things. Now let's get to the man of the hour, Lane Kiffin. I'll go ahead and open up the phone lines now. You guys can start calling in. I might be here for a little bit, but y'all can call in 862-799-9956. Please feel free to call on in and express whatever you got. Lane Kiffin leaves LSU. Everybody knows that. Or leaves to go to LSU, excuse me. I want to play a clip if you haven't seen it. Just a small clip of why he chose to go to LSU. Let's see if I can put this up here. You guys can watch it.
Yeah, just there was something. I mean, this was really hard. My heart was here, but I just I talked to some mentors, Coach Carroll, Coach Saban, and especially when Coach Carroll said, "Man, your dad would tell you to go, man. Take the shot. Take the shot. You've accomplished a lot here." I always hated how we only gave 1 year to Tennessee and left. I really hated that feeling of that. Even though it was an exciting year, but I think that we gave a lot to this program and to the city, and some of those historic wins in this stadium we've ever had, and best regular season in the history of the school. So I feel proud of that part, but it just became time. I talked to God and he told me it's time to take a new step. It's a new chance.
I want to hear your thoughts on that, guys, ladies. What do you have to say? First of all, a lot of coaches speak. I get it. All coaches say the same thing. All coaches who are leaving a program say the same thing. But remember what I told you the key word for the night was? Bigger job. You are out of your mind if you don't think that LSU or even Florida, believe it or not, is a bigger job than Ole Miss. Now, I'm going to decipher with my coaching decoder ring what Lane Kiffin basically just said. I gave Ole Miss everything I had. I squeezed every ounce of juice out of the lemon that I could. And what we did and what we have is the best we're going to ever be at this point. I brought the program to places it has never been. A 10-win, regular 10-win season, and I did it 3 times in a row. Now with 11 wins, a school record. 3 10-win consecutive seasons. A college football playoff berth. Now, the athletic director didn't allow Lane Kiffin to speak to the team, as well as he's not allowed to coach in the college football playoffs. Lane said his thing, hey, I understand, I respect it, so be it, whatever, cool. I can respect it as well. That's your program, sir, as athletic director. You run that. I hate to say this personally. I would have let him coach. You know why? Because 105 dudes are counting on that. 105 dudes are counting on that for success. That's just me personally. Because in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, nobody's going to remember this, but they're going to remember, oh, they went to the playoffs and they lost the first round. And I don't care what anybody says. I would love, if I ever get a chance to interview Nick Saban, I would ask him, hopefully he would be truthful. I know I'm just speculating here, that one of his biggest regrets in coaching was firing this dude before the national championship. Emotion got in the way. Emotion got in the way. That's all. Now, the AD said, hey, I got to live here. I get that. And people are mad. They booed Lane Kiffin when he was getting on the plane for LSU when it landed. But at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for the program. And if he has the opportunity to take us deep in the playoffs to the motherland, whatever, let's dance. Because here's what I'm going to say. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I can't wait to get on the phone. Ooh, I can't wait to get on the phone. I don't want to talk Miami. I'll be honest with you. I want to talk this. We're going to talk about Miami. But I want to talk about this. For everybody, and everybody, I know you're a Lane lover. Whatever, that's fine. But I'm speaking coaching. You can't tell me LSU is not a better job than Ole Miss by all stretch of the imagination. And everybody's, he jumped ship. Damn, bro, I spent 6 years at the school. 6. And all I did was improve it. I came, I saw, I conquered. From record sales to sold-out concert. I Olivia Pope the thing. It was broken. I came in and fixed it. FAU was broken. Came in, I fixed it. Alabama needed a new offense. Came in, revamped it. Let's go. I'm ready to dance when it comes to this. I also believe Ole Miss made an emotional hire in Pete Golden. Let's talk about Pete Golden. Pete Golden, the defensive coordinator, but he was at UTSA as their DC. Gets the job at Alabama as a defensive coordinator under Nick Saban. And Lane was there. Leaves Alabama, goes to Ole Miss. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. Please apologize. But we're going to rock out tonight. I couldn't miss this one. Pete Golden goes in and gets the head. He's currently the permanent head coach at Ole Miss. I think that's an emotional hire. I'm not saying he shouldn't have gotten a job, but to do it that fast without doing your due diligence with all these other candidates out here, let's go. And I want to dance tonight. Why the phone ain't jumping tonight? 862-799-9956. Let's dance. Because you know what's so funny? Now, I'm not saying Lane ain't arrogant, conceited, self-righteous, narcissistic. He might be all of those things. I saw Coach JB and them reading a book about ego and all that stuff. I get it. But I think more people hate the man than they hate what he was doing. Because you hate the man, you hate what he's doing. Right? Again, I just brought up 2 coaches prior to him that's doing the same exact thing. Alex Golish, he leaving. Huh? Tulane coach. What about those players? He leaving. And I got a better one for you. Ain't nobody treat Kalen DeBoer like this when he just went to the college football a natty. Nobody treated him like this when he decided to get up and dip. What about those players? I'm just saying. Nobody said, man, you just going to get up and dip? See, it's funny how because you don't like the person, you'll make your change. Or you'll change why you mad. Kalen DeBoer was at the Natty and left. Why do you think he left Washington and went to Alabama? Because it's a better job. Key word for the day, key phrase. It's a bigger job. Alabama's a bigger job. I never seen coaches go and take a lesser job. You ever seen a coach go and take a lesser job? Yeah. Hell, Lane left for OC at Alabama and went to FAU. Y'all ain't hate on that. Oh, what has he done? You're right. He hasn't done anything. Here's my question, though. A lot of coaches ain't done nothing. Just what it is. You're right. And that's why you keep going for the bigger and better job. I don't care what anybody says. At 10-3, 10-2, or whatever he was, 11 or whatever, in that 6-year span, he squeezed every ounce out of it. And it's so funny. People will say, oh, well, you go there because of recruiting. Don't you think it's easier to recruit to Baton Rouge, Louisiana than it is to Oxford, Mississippi? I'm just asking a question. Don't you think it's easier to recruit to Baton Rouge than it is Oxford, Mississippi? And it's not about the money. The guy that was on Coach JB's show, he had an Ole Miss shirt on, I forgot his name. He said that Ole Miss was prepared to pay him more money than what LSU was offering. And I tell people this, whether you believe this or not, right, wrong, or indifferent, the majority of coaches in this world, they want to win the ultimate prize, which is the natty. There are some coaches in this world that are content with being where they are, i.e. a Mike Gundy. Spend 20 years at a school, stay there, win 10 games, and then eventually get fired. Fine. Shout out to my Miami fans. Y'all didn't say that when Cristobal left Oregon. Can't tell me Oregon wasn't a better job than Miami. But he from the crib. I get it. I get it. And I'll say this last piece before I get on the phone line. I only got 2 on here right now. Y'all better call in tonight. Y'all need to call in tonight. Oh, I didn't do going too far. I got to do that. And then I get the phone line. It ain't gonna take long. That's simple. What's funny to me when I look at this and I say to myself, what do coaches do? Guess what? Kurt Signetti, you sure left your job for a better job. Just saying. Ain't never lied. Peace, love, and hair grease. Catch y'all on the other side. Just saying. I want to hear from y'all. 862-799-9956. I'm up here sick, man. Come on. I got an hour in me, hour and a half. We at 38 minutes right now. Let me do my gone too far segment. Most of y'all have seen this. Most of you guys and ladies are like, what? And these doggone referees have gone too far. We talk about no calls, bad calls, this, that, and the other. How bad of a call is this? Right here. I'm going to try to do it without the sound because they get me. Matter of fact, let's play it.
Conference championship game. Oh, Kennard, it's loose. Javion Kennard off and into the end zone for a Ram touchdown.
Did you see that? They call that taunting?
Kennard, it's loose. Javion Kennard off and
first of all, who you taunting when you get your head knocked off 34-7 in the fourth quarter? First of all,
into the end zone for a Ram touchdown.
How do you call back a touchdown, ref? That ref should be fined, fired, and kicked in the behind.
Oh, Kennard, it's loose. Javion Kennard off.
What are we talking about? You're gone too far. That's bull crap right there, man. He didn't point. He didn't look at the opponent bench. Nobody was in front of him. Come on, man. That referee, give me a rope. Give me a tree. Ain't no referee. I'm sorry, I'm excited. All right. I'm ready to dance now. I ain't been in the kitchen in a minute. I'm trying to open up a food truck called Coach's Kitchen. I need to test out a few people here. So y'all call on in. I want to hear this. I don't want to talk about Miami, be honest. I don't want to talk about playoffs. We got time for that. I don't want to talk. We got Miami show Wednesday. We're going to do another, depending on how I'm feeling, but I'm going to still be here and dance with your Coach Me Coach podcast tomorrow. I want to talk about this Lane situation and all of that. That's really what I want to dance with tonight, if y'all don't mind. All right, let me get the first caller on the line. Been holding OG Kane. I see you on the 0314. Caller, talk to her. 0314 going once.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How you doing, Coach Hayes?
I'm good. Who we speaking to?
My name's Ken.
Ken, all right, Ken, talk to me. You sound like you've called before.
Yeah, I have. I'm from Louisiana. I'm not in favor of the Lane Kiffin coaching hire, but who else you going to hire? He was the top on the board. He's a proven winner at Ole Miss. But the thing about it is, if 10 wins is not good enough for LSU, you get 10 wins 3-4 seasons and you're fired. So he's going to have to do something different than the other coaches have done besides Les Miles and Orgeron and Saban. They all won championships, right? So he's going to have to prove that he can win a championship at LSU. I don't like his antics, all that, but I can guarantee you the offense will be much improved. Team will be much improved, especially if he takes that quarterback from Ole Miss, a Chambliss with him. They'll be much improved offensively. But like you said, coaches do this all the time. That's why you got players that can transfer like whenever they want to. Like right now, Ole Miss players can transfer, and I believe a lot of them will go with Lane Kiffin to LSU. As it relates to the referees, that's not a full-time job. So they're not totally, in my belief, dedicated to refereeing. I think if you're going to be a referee, they should make it where you're a referee all year long. And I think that would probably solve a lot of these bad calls that we've been having for several years.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I understand that. But like that last one would have gone too far. That's just a guy being an idiot, man. He just in his feelings. But let me say this about Lane. So you don't like to hire because you just don't like him as a person? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't like his. He claimed he's changed, but that remains to be seen. And like I said, 10 wins will not keep you a job at LSU. We all know that. Even Orgeron, Les Miles, they won national titles there and got fired. So again, and he's not proven anything everywhere he's been. He's done the same thing at Tennessee and the other places he's been. He turned coat and left the team. Now he got 11-1 team. He would not coach that team. And you know what? You've been a coach. How do you think these players feel when your coach got you 11-1, getting you in the playoffs, and now you turn coat on them?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I
know, but let me ask you this question. I understand. I totally get it. Outside of Tennessee, I brought this up before. Outside of Tennessee, you say he turned on him and left. He left to go to USC for his dream job. Is that a fair statement or no?
It is, but he left there.
Well, he didn't leave USC. He got fired from USC.
Well, again, he got fired. He left. He got fired. Well, how would you want to put it? He don't stay at much schools long. That's my point.
But remember, USC lied to him about the sanctions, right? They said, "Oh, we're not getting sanctioned." And remember, he had all those sanctions on him from the Pete Carroll days with Reggie Bush. So I'm just saying, I hear you. And then when he stood up, they fired him because y'all lied to the man. But I understand what you're saying. So being fired, but remember, he got fired and he won the Rose Bowl under sanctions.
Yeah.
I'm just.
But he has what Coach Hayes. What I'm saying, he has a pattern of this stuff.
Explain to me what's the pattern.
He has a pattern.
No, I'm saying what's the pattern?
He should have stayed at Ole Miss because he built the program. You said it yourself. He got all kind of 10 wins, 11-1. You're going to the playoffs. My God! And LSU would have let him coach the playoffs. This is on Ole Miss, not LSU.
Exactly. Lane Kiffin wanted to coach. The athletic director said no.
Right.
Okay, so that's not his fault.
But what I'm saying is he would have been coaching there if he wouldn't have chose the LSU job.
So you're telling, let me ask you this, is LSU a better job than Ole Miss?
Well, of course it is.
Okay.
They got the money, they got everything.
So I just want to make sure I'm here, Ken. Hold up, Ken. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So LSU is a better job than Ole Miss. Fair?
Of course it is.
Okay.
They've proven with national titles. Ole Miss has never won a national title.
Okay. Do you believe that Lane Kiffin can win a national championship at LSU or Ole Miss first? Which one do you think he can win it at first?
I think he would win it at LSU because they got better resources, better players. He's got this big NIL deal coming up. I mean, the man I think he's going to kill it at LSU, to be honest with you.
Okay, hold on. I understand you don't like him. So you're telling me that the coach decides to leave Ole Miss, based on your own words, has a better chance of winning the Natty at LSU because they have all these other things.
Course.
Even though he built it up, he has a better opportunity, and you don't think he should have left when he has a better opportunity to win the Natty based on what you said at LSU?
Because I wanted him to see if he could win the national championship with his 11-1 record into the playoff. He will never know that now.
But Ole Miss is the reason he's not coaching, not Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss told him, hold on.
I understand.
I know, but Ole Miss, he was willing to coach it. Ole Miss said, go about your business. So why are we mad at Lane Kiffin?
They had to tell him that because he chose LSU. But he would have coached that if he wouldn't have chose LSU, though. And we don't know whether they're going to win a national title now because Lane Kiffin is in Baton Rouge.
But Ken, I'll say this last thing and I got to push on. Ole Miss is the reason he's not coaching the college football playoffs.
I understand that. They don't want him to do it. I understand that. You said that all the time.
I know, but you're mad at Lane Kiffin for that. That's not his choice.
No, I'm not blaming him. I'm just stating the fact that that's the reason why I don't like him, because he's come to LSU with all of the everything. But he could have been very impressive, win a national championship at Ole Miss with less. All right, he going to LSU. Nobody is going to. He's going to Baton Rouge. Louisiana. Period. Got all the athletes. He got a smorgasbord, and he gonna get people. He gonna get players coming from Ole Miss to LSU. You know that. So, all right, along with the recruits he got and all this stuff, man. He gonna have a powerhouse for years at LSU.
Okay, I got you, man. I appreciate you, Ken.
All right.
Much
Thank
love,
you,
brother.
Coach Hayes.
Anytime, my brother. Oh, yeah. Coach back in the kitchen, boy. Finna whip this work. Shout out to Ken. I'm still not understanding, though. You telling me a guy has better resources, better tools, better everything over here, but he shouldn't have left so he could win it over there with less tools and still probably be the third or fourth best team in the conference. Just saying. Y'all know and I know. Let me ask y'all this. See, we all got quick memories. Because I didn't even bring this up. I don't want to shoot all my ammunition. Because I got quite a few callers in here. And I'm ready to dance. Let me take the next call in here. Mike Lowry, you know I'm coming to you. OG Kane, what's up, baby? Let's dance. OG.
This is OG.
Yes, sir. I'm ready for you, baby. What's up? Let's dance.
Oh, you told me to call in about what I said. So I'm waiting on you to, all I said was if he was the Miami head coach, he'll be different right now heading to LSU. That's all I'm saying to all the people that wanted Lane.
So, you know what? I'm going to tell you why I disagree, though, OG.
Every coach would have left.
Not
Coaches
me.
do it all the time. So I'm not mad at the decision he made. I'm just saying to the Hurricanes that want a stable coach and want a coach to be here and do this, and that. That's not Lane. Lane would have been dipping right now, heading to LSU.
You know why I disagree? You know why I disagree with that?
Why you disagree?
Because I think and I know that Miami could be equivalent, if not better, than LSU. Let me explain why. We haven't been the same in the 20.
You said you think, and then you said you know.
Yeah, I corrected myself. I said I think, then I corrected myself and said I know. So I was correcting myself. Yes. I know that Miami is a premier program, right? First of all, part of the reason why I believe Lane Kiffin left to go to Ole Miss, go to LSU, is from a recruiting standpoint, the kind of talent. Our address is literally in the epicenter of the recruiting hotbed. Literally. Not figuratively speaking. Second, Miami has talent. Miami can make noise. It ain't hard to get cats to come to the crib because they're already there, right? Miami has that national brand that Ole Miss does not have. Miami has a certain brand that is on par with these top programs. We just haven't played to that particular level. I don't believe that Lane Kiffin would have left LSU. I'm sorry, left Miami for LSU because one, money was not the object. It was the opportunity to win a natty in your legacy. See, he a narcissist dude. He is self-centered and all of that. It's about him. I get that.
I don't care nothing about all that.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't care nothing about all that.
What I do know is that I believe that Miami, you can't tell me Miami can't get the talent to come to their university because it's proven that we can. And we can light it up. So to your point, I heard what you said, but I don't think Miami is at the same level as LSU is. I'm sorry, as Ole Miss is when it comes to the kind of school, a bigger program. Here's a perfect example. Nick Saban left Michigan State to go to LSU for the very same reason Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss to go to LSU.
Okay.
You see where I'm going with that? Michigan State is just what it is.
That's not my point.
No, I know your point is, I'm just saying, I think Miami is the same caliber program. We just haven't done it on the field. But if you get the right person in there, now we got NIL, we spending money. We may not spend as much, but we got money. We're spending money.
Yeah.
Miami's on the same level as those programs, believe it or not. We just haven't done that on the field yet. That's the only thing we're missing. But we're the same level of program.
I'm not saying we're not the same level. But if he was in Miami and he's got everything that, let's say, Mario's got right now, the 10-year contract, we got the NIL, all that good stuff. And LSU came calling with that offer that they made and that $25 million NIL for each year he's there, and it's in the SEC. I have to disagree with you.
Okay.
He took that job. He took that job. So I mean, I'm just that we'll agree to disagree on that one.
No, that's fine.
He don't win the LSU.
Here's my question. So you said LSU said they will give out $25 million. Hell, I know Miami got to be around $20 million. Hell, we gave one quarterback $4 million. So I know we got to be close to 20. I know we got to be around 20 million right now.
I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying and the money, this and that, but he'd have took that job. He'd have took that job to LSU because it's really and truly, there's only three juggernauts, to me, my opinion, in the SEC. There's Georgia, Alabama, and LSU.
Okay.
He'd have took that job. He'd have took that job. So, I like I said, I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing against Lane.
Sure.
Hey, any coach would have did it. Like all the coaches, other coaches you named earlier in the show.
Yeah.
All them coaches did the same thing, but it just so happened that Lane has this persona about him. And
there you go.
He's exciting. He's entertaining.
He polarizing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's so big. But every coach has done it.
Of course.
So to my point, all I'm saying is if we would have got Lane instead of Mario or whoever we would have got. It would have got somebody else, whatever. Who all was in the running, whatever. If we would have got Lane and that job opening, he'd have been gone, Jack. And it'd have been a lot of Hurricane fans the same way as UT and the same way as Ole Miss right now. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, because we'll have to disagree with on that one. But, hey, that's what it is. That's what it's called good barbershop talk right there, ain't it?
I love it, dog. I love it. Listen, I got no problem with nobody standing on their business. Right? And everybody can have their own point of view. I'm cool with it. I love it. Like I say, when I look at it, and I'm just talking to the other people right now, not necessarily you, OG, but when people say, bro, you're looking for a better job. This is not a lateral move. I hope people understand that. They're in the same conference, right? The money is equivalent. But trust me, it ain't the same job.
No, it's not.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Walmart and Temu ain't the same job. They do the same type of job, but it ain't maybe Amazon and Temu. How about that? It ain't the same.
Yeah.
It
ain't the same.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you. If it was me, and let's just say Now, if I played in Miami, and that's why I played my ball and stuff, I probably want to deal. But let's just say I'm just a good coach, and then I'm the coach in Miami, and I got this, and I'm in Florida, Miami, where all the star player, receiver, skill positions, all that. And unless you call me and offer me what they offer me, I'm sorry, man, I'm gone. Hey, but my heart's still here. But hey,
I
I'm
get
gone.
it.
It's
Listen.
business. At the end of the day, it's business.
It's business.
That's all it is.
That's it. Bro, how many we saw Randy Shannon go coach for Florida State.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta get paid. That's what you do. You gotta get paid.
That's right.
And that's what you in there for. You in there for to win.
Let me ask you this. Hold on. Kirby Smart went to Georgia, right?
Yes.
But didn't he coach at Alabama?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to tell people it's business at the end of the day. Them logos sound good. At the end of the day, it's business. I just want to just kind of make them funny right there.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. But, yeah, Coach, I'm sorry you didn't get to cook. You know what I'm saying? Because,
don't worry about it. Hey.
I'm a very good chef myself.
You only one customer. I got quite a few back here. I need to whip them up right quick. I'm finna barbecue in a few minutes.
All right.
Hey.
When you go get the cooking, Coach, and I'm finna go ahead and eat.
Hey, like Glorilla say, let me cook. All right, OG. Appreciate you, man.
All right, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, we got Laurie on the line. What's up, Stretch?
What's up, boy?
I'm good. Talk to me. I'm ready to barbecue. What's up?
Man, you need to get some sour. You need to get some sour sap, man. There's too many times I done watched this. You on this live TV and you always talking about you got allergies and sneezing. You need some sour sap.
Man, these shorties,
and you
man.
need some moly.
Every time we go away, listen. Every time we go away on break and we come back, I'm telling you, man, the school is full of mold. I'm telling you, man. I'm finna get a mold, bro. I'm finna start. Listen, when I retire, Stretch, I'm finna get me a little moldometer, right, and go to Shark Tank, and we gonna walk around to every school in the world. A moldometer. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get that right, man. Hey, but let's start with the first topic: the coaching hires. It's crazy how I'm sitting here pissed off as a I didn't graduate from the University of South Florida, but I spent 2 years there.
Okay.
And I've been watching the progression of the school and listen to Alex Golich talk, and for him to just pick up and leave as alumni and alumnus, it hurts my feelings. But I just gotta expect it out of everybody because the KD and LeBron James effect has took over the whole United States.
Don't do that. Hold on, Stretch. I can't let you run with that. Wait a minute, Stretch. You can't tell me one coach that decided to leave a job and they ask him those questions. And here's the coach's phrase: I am where my feet are. Right now, it's about these guys. Right. It's about this team. And guess what? The whole time, the wife at the house, packing up the house, she's moving, everything is happening because they know what time. Our old coach did it. Mario Cristobal did. I remember him sitting there at Oregon, and they asked him about the Miami job. And you know what he said? My mind is focused right here in Eugene, Oregon. And the next day, da-da-da, da-da-da. Come on, Stretch.
I'm just saying, man. Don't get in front of the media and the media outlets lying to the people. Like if you go check the Ole Miss ticket sales and versus you want to compare them to Miami, you and OG Kane, y'all were just talking about Miami. Hey, now comparison is gonna be coming towards Ole Miss and Miami fan base. Like Ole Miss fans support if they losing or they winning. Like that's the difference. That's why you got so many people upset because you got a fan base that's so supportive of their school and their organization. And when they get things rolling, and they feel like they done overturned a rock and found a new leaf, then something like you get poached and something like this happens. So yeah, I can understand the frustration of the fan and the school and the AD.
Of course.
Yeah, you're not finna coach my players, and you already talking about signing another deal with somebody else. You get out of here. And you don't get to collect your trophies.
And guess what? I hear you. I'm not mad at you either way. Only thing that I'm telling you is that you can't show me one coach who ain't lied to the media when it come about taking another job.
No, I would just bring you up. I just hate the way they did Mike Gundy. You know what I'm saying? And I can see it from a guy sitting outside of a glass house watching things, but I don't know what goes down with the AD or the chancellor or the president or the college or the board members, the committee. The board of governors. I don't understand what goes on to wanting to get rid of somebody that done poured so much love and time and effort into changing. Like they say, Ole Miss never won 11-game season.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then for you to put yourself in a hot seat like LSU, knowing they're going to fire you if you don't come up with a championship.
So
and if
what?
you do come up with a championship like Ed Ogeron, they fire you the next year or the next couple of years after that. Like, it don't matter.
Come on, Stretch.
Like, I hate the new society that we're in.
I agree with you, but let me tell you something. And I can contest to this. Unfortunately, that's the way of the world. Excuse me. Listen, brother, let me just tell you something. I moved up here, got rid of a crib, all of that good stuff. You think anybody cares? No, right? Here's what you have to understand and what people have to understand. I get it. Some people talk about job security. Well, you could go to Ole Miss. Yeah, but you have to remember, that's not everybody. There are some people that are so ambitious, they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I'm going to just make this comparison. Imagine if Amazon only stayed with books. Imagine if Jeff Bezos started out with doing books and never ventured into a whole nother arena.
No, you got to evolve.
They would never be the company that they were. That's all we're saying. So what we're saying, now there are some companies like Kodak. Remember Kodak film? Remember the film for cameras?
Correct.
They said the guy who invented the memory card worked for Kodak. You know what? Hold on, I'm going to show you something. And Kodak said, nah. He went and sold the technology to somebody else and Kodak out of business. Because they didn't evolve. Because guess what? They didn't see the future. All we're saying is you can stay, and if some guy's good at staying. And guess what Mike Gundy got for his loyalty? Guess what he got for his loyalty?
The door.
Fired.
The door.
Hold up, but I'm going to show you the difference between him and Ed Ogeron. Guess what Ed Ogeron got? Fired.
He got the door too.
But he got a natty in the process. He'll go down as one of the few coaches that got national championships. That's what I'm saying is you got to take these risks in life. Not everybody. Some people cool with being like that. Spencer went 20 years. Great. No problem. But there's other people that want to push the envelope and they don't care about getting fired because at that point, it's not about money, Stretch. What's the difference between 50 million and 53 million at that point? Nothing. That's peanuts.
Taxes.
Yeah, but that's peanuts. What I'm saying is we're not talking about a 500 million versus 50 million. Now you got generational wealth. He has now it's about your legacy in this profession. In 5 years, not even, in 2 years, Mike Gundy will be forgot about after 20 years of work at Oklahoma State.
Not by me.
That's fine. You are one of 330 million people in America. And
hey, Coach, I want to throw this in there. You know, Lane Kiffin won 3 national championships so far, right? So he's not chasing a natty.
As the head coach, he is. I get what you're saying, but as a head coach, yes, he is. Because guess what? Nobody's going to say, oh, yeah, Lane Kiffin got 3 national championships as an offensive coordinator. Nobody talks about that. Let me ask you this. Nobody bring up Kirby Smart national championships except the ones he won as a head coach. So I like what you try to do there, Stretch. But Coach cooking for a long time.
No, you say you ready to cook, so I'm just giving you some receipts, some recipes.
Yeah, to the novice chef, he would have fell for that one. I like it.
Nah, we cooking all type of stuff today. Hey, but another thing, Coach.
The only thing Mike Gundy gonna be known for, you know what? You know the one thing Mike Gundy's gonna be known for?
The mullet.
Nope, not even the mullet. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Right.
That's it. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Right.
That's it.
No, but one thing I wanted to say that I liked him when he did his interview, because everybody was waiting on the interview. I like that he brought his dad up. And the fact that his dad was a journeyman and he left a good mantra with him was that wherever you go, impact the place wherever you go.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it ain't made for you to always stay and subdue yourself to certain things and places and things.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's good for you to change your location, people, places, and things.
Uh-huh.
Because we all work off chakras. We all work off energy, positive and negative energy.
Uh-huh.
So, with that being said, when you look at it from a different perspective, other than a fandom perspective, we all have different lifestyles, different roads we travel. And for Lane Kiffin, he made FAU better. He made USC better. He made Ole Miss better.
Alabama.
He even made he made Alabama better. So, they talk about his ego, but you have to have a strong will to deal with this society of people these days.
Sure. 100%.
And I can understand that LSU has better players. I can understand that he had to get in the cockpit before National Signing Day, early signing day. I can understand that, LSU mantra is about winning championships, but how many have they won? It ain't like they up there with the top of the elites. Like, I remember there was a walking mat. There was a walking mat when I was growing up. You know this, Coach. And nobody really talked about LSU like that in the SEC.
Only thing I can tell you,
Florida.
Well, guess what? Nick Saban went there. Let me see. They have
I got 2 championships.
National titles 58, 03, 07, 19. 4. So they got 4. They still got more than Florida State. Oh, I'm sorry. Bro, they got 4. They got 4. We got 5. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they just woke up, Coach.
That's why it's a better job. We ain't talking about 70 years. 03, 07, 19. Come on, dog. 2 of them on the same.
So you got.
I mean, not the same.
So you got Nick Saban, Les Miles, and Orgeron, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And all those coaches. Well, Orgeron, ain't Orgeron with us right now? Ain't he's a consultant with Miami Hurricanes?
Yeah, he making sure the sand stay on the beach. No, that's all he doing. Well, man, let me pull on his Stretch. I got some more callers on the line. Go ahead, talk to you real quick. Finish this.
Hold on. You ain't let me go through all the.
We can't go through all of them. Stretch. Other people on the line. Come on, Stretch. Now, God dang, bro. It's 5 topics.
You told me to get the line. You told me to get the line buzzing now. Damn now.
It's buzzing, dog. But the other people.
All right. Well, Shedeur and Jerry Jeudy, that's gonna happen. The gone too far, you got to think. Colorado State, that running back was paying homage to Deion Sanders. They don't, they ain't liking Deion right now in Colorado.
Yeah.
They trying to hang him and fire him. He went to stepping from the 30 to 40.
Oh, come on. Stretch, stop it. That's a stretch.
Oh, man, they know that man was paying homage to Prime. Whoever high step like that.
Bro, he didn't even really do it. That's the sad part. He didn't even really like high step. He kind of skipped in my loop. Come on, stretch. That's why they call you stretch. That's a stretch.
Hey, but I'm saying though, man, going too far, man. You can't be flagging that, man. I just watched a game where the man played with the man before he even ran into the end zone and they got into a fight. It was in college. I just watched this.
All right.
The man ran down the field. He ran. I don't know. I think it was somebody. I don't remember who it was. And the guy ran up into him and tried to hit him. It was South Florida, to be exact. They was blowing out North Texas. Guy picked the ball off, ran the ball, and ran around. And he never even got a flag. But all of a sudden, you flagged the guy over there at Colorado State for high stepping. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And then Duke in the ACC championship, they predicted that. Can you see the odds of the Duke getting in? Duke should have never made the championship. They should have a metrics. Ain't no way in the hell you got a 6-2 team that's 8. What are they? 7-5, 8-4, getting into the championship. You should have had a metrics on how do you get in. If you 6-2, is you qualified? Is you ranked 18th, 19th in the nation? No, you're not. I don't care if you did lose 2 games in the early in the season, in the mid of the season. How do you get in? You need to be ranked, qualified. Your defense needed to be in the top. Your offense needed to be in the top. You just can't get in. That's why they should have kept a coastal and the non-coastal division, man. It's crazy what happened with these damn institutions and these conferences, man.
I got you.
All right.
Much love, dog.
Yeah, man.
Now, you done set the whole precedent that everybody else will talk for 4 hours. You know that, right? That's why I be liking Stretch.
Yeah.
That's why I like you to go last, Stretch. But, oh, well. I'm a little sick. I messed up. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one. I'm coming, y'all. Poole, talk to us. Memo on the line.
What's up, Coach? How you doing, man?
I'm making it, baby. Talk to me. What's up, man? I want to know about this Lane Kiffin. I get all that other stuff. I want to know about this Lane Kiffin. Talk to me.
Man, I honestly, I feel like he made the right choice.
Okay.
Because it's a bigger program. Like, he climbed the ladder high as that ladder would reach at Ole Miss. But you look over, the one at LSU reached all the way up to a natty, man. It's a bigger hotbed. There's more talent. It's more NIL money. There's more money in his pocket. The facilities are probably better because they got more money to pay for. And then, like, you're the biggest thing in the state, in that area.
Well, I'll just say this. When it comes to the money, even the facilities, dog, all of these schools got state of the art. It's just tomato. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like gray marble versus black marble. It all depends on your preference. But at the end of the day, they all got state of the art stuff. So that facilities race, as you notice, is not even a big deal anymore, right? It's really not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also influence too, man, because LSU, the brand is a more influential, carries more weight than Ole Miss.
Fair statement. Now, that's a fair statement. And that's why I told OG, shout out to OG, that I believe if he was at Miami, he would have never left. From a brand perspective, I think that he could have done a lot more with less. He's shown that he's done a lot more with less. Right?
Yeah.
So the couldn't
Miami. Absolutely. And then where if everybody wants to move up, shoot, even you at your job right now, if you go to another school and they pay you more money and you get a bigger desk in a nicer classroom, wouldn't you go?
Of course. But here's the funny thing. They said Ole Miss was going to pay him more money. So, like I'm telling you, sometimes it's not about the money more than it is the opportunity, right? Like that's what people have to understand. I'll say this for a quick example because I know you're a Miami fan. T. Rob left Miami to go to Alabama. I'm not sure how much he was making at Alabama, but I guarantee the money was not the reason he went to Alabama. It was the opportunity to work under Nick Saban and get that tutelage and that stamp from the quote unquote GOAT. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the opportunities that are presented. Sometimes you will take a pay cut because you learn more than you would when you make more. And in the long run, you can get more. Hope this all makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the whole thing about him not being able to coach the kids, I understand where Ole Miss AD is coming from, but it's a little emotional. But at the same time, hey man, it's best just to you go your way, I go mine.
No, I get it. Like I said, I'm not mad either way. I just wanted people to understand that Kiffin made his decision to go to LSU, but it was not his decision not to
Not
coach
to
the
coach the
team.
kids.
That's all I want
And
to
then
make
it
sure
wasn't
people
his
understand.
decision not to see the kids either because
Right.
AD told him he wasn't allowed.
Correct. Right.
Everybody's surprised he wouldn't take the Florida job because the Florida job is another big brand recognition out there also.
Yeah.
But from what I heard is when they looked at Florida, they looked under the hood and seen what a whole lot of what ADs and boosters were doing and with their hands in the pot, how much it was, and he didn't really like that. That's what I heard
Yeah,
through a grapevine.
I don't know what it is. I'm not here to speak. I don't really speculate a lot on a lot of stuff. But like you said, he made his choice. And I look at it.
And honestly, I think he did make the correct choice. But a lot of people mad at him making the correct choice. They want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better.
Correct. Uh, I just look at it and say to myself, I think LSU's a better job than Florida. Not by much, but it is a better job. It is. It is. There's no knock to Florida because it's a rival. I'm just saying LSU right now is a better job than Florida. It is.
Yeah, as of right now at the moment, yeah, but Florida is still a premium job. It's still a top 10
Like I said,
location.
not by much. Ole Miss is a premium job. It's just not, it ain't the best. It ain't the elite job.
Yeah, but was it a premium job until Lane Kiffin made it a premium job?
There you go. Now you talking, Pool. He like 3M. I take your products and I make it better. I came, I saw, I made it better. Now let the next man take over. Y'all say y'all made hole. Okay, so make another hole.
They were like 7-5.
I know.
Mediocre.
And I think he has squeezed all the juice out of the lemon that you can when it comes to Ole Miss. Right? No different when Nick Saban left Michigan State. That's the best you're going to get out of Nick Saban at Michigan State.
Yeah, because sometimes if the driver is better than the car, you know what I'm saying, you got to upgrade your car.
Right.
Because if the driver's skill set is better than the car, you got to upgrade the car. If I'm a Formula One driver and you got me in a Honda Civic is cool, it's reliable, gets me there, it's still quick. But man, I need to go hop on one of these F1 cars.
Can't win. You can put
I can
Mario Andretti, or I don't know the driver's name, Kyle, what's his name? Andretti, or whatever his name is, in a Ford Taurus, and you put Coach Hayes in a Lamborghini. Me just having basic driving skills, I beat his behind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Pool, let me rock and roll. They say I got my preacher towel out. Well.
Yeah. But in a way, as a Miami fan, I think this helps Miami with Lane Kiffin leaving at the time that he had to leave and not being able to coach in the playoffs. Because if they're going to do it the same way they did FSU, this kind of helps us. I don't know.
I believe that right there. I don't know, bro. Let me
Yeah,
push
you don't know. And then another Duke in the ACC championship game. This conference, bro. We're the laughing stock of the conferences right now. Like this conference has been
we got the 18th
mismanaged
ranked
so
team.
much. It's ridiculous.
Listen, we got the 18th ranked team and a non-ranked team in the conference championship. And the 12th best team in the country is sitting on the bench watching. Explain that one. Tyler Perry can't write that movie.
And then in other conferences, it works if it's a tiebreaker. Whoever is the highest in the playoff committee rankings would get the nod.
Yeah.
Why can't ACC seem to do that? And then we went and expanded the ACC with a whole bunch of bottom dwellers. Like, I don't mean to say it like that, but that's kind of what we did. We added Cal. We added, SMU, they're pretty mid-grade ACC team. I give them that.
And they've been to the AC championship.
That's what I'm saying. I give them that. But they had to go through an easy path. Like last year, went through an easy path. This year, Virginia went to an easy path. And then Virginia loses to NC State, but it didn't count as a conference game. Like, what is going on?
Because it was the ninth.
You lost to a conference opponent, but it doesn't go against you as a conference loss.
Something about the ninth conference game. But anyway, dog, like I said, anytime you add a human element to it, this is what you get. We get what we deserve. I just put it to you like that. So
yeah, and then I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but Miami, they shot themselves in the foot by losing. If they would have handled business, they wouldn't have had this problem.
There you go. Thank you, David. Gabos. The game ain't based on sympathy, pool. 1,000%. Yep. I love it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I hope Duke wins the ACC because that put more pressure on the ACC to make some adjustments, and it'll put more pressure on Mario Cristobal to make it to the championship in 2026. Because of the coach that Miami fired is 1-1 before you did, man. You got to step up to that plate.
Here's my question. Anyway, yeah, nah, you good. You good. Let me push on and get it rocking. All right.
Go ahead, coach.
No.
What's the question?
No, I was thinking about something, but it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's
no, man, come on, man. Don't do me like that.
No,
shoot, tell me the dog that bitch so I can buy them too.
No. Dog got rabies. It's irrelevant. It don't matter.
All right, coach. I'm gonna let you push on then.
All right, brother, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
My dog pool off in here. All right, real quick, let me get to the next one over here, man. Y'all killing in the chat. I appreciate y'all. 245 people in the building watching tonight. I appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button, notification bell, and it all. Please feel free to call in. I'm about to lock the line after this one. Coach struggling. I said an hour and 15. We had an hour and 30. By the time we get through this, it's going to be 2 hours. I got to stick my head over a steam pot or something, but guess what? The show must go on. Coach Hayes, a Lane lover. Okay. No problem. All right, here we go. Let me see here. We've been waiting for a minute. 1937. Yeah, that's the year. No, E. Brown. I thought it was that's the year E. Brown was born, but I think E. Brown was born 1737. Anyway, 1937 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Pretty good. Who we speaking to?
My name Reggie, man. I'm from South Haven, Mississippi, man.
All right, Reggie from South Haven, Mississippi. I'm gonna take it. Are you a Lane Kiffin fan? An Ole Miss fan, rather. I'm sorry, an Ole Miss fan.
Well, I'm new to your page too. I just subscribed, and I've been listening to a couple of your subscribers and stuff, and I like everything what people are saying.
Okay.
But Coach, I gotta say this right here. I went to Ole Miss for 2 years.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I ran track for him back in 2011, 2012, 2013. 2013.
Okay.
And I was there doing pre-Hugh Freeze era, like late Houston. I came in there on the Hugh Freeze train,
Okay.
you know, and like I said, I'm a loyal fan. I still go to. I'm a season ticket holder for all the games.
Okay.
Been a season ticket holder for like 8 years now. But as a man, what Lane Kiffin did for us for the university, it goes unmatched because he like Hugh Freeze brung talent there and everything. Like I'm pretty sure you remember that when Hugh
Yeah.
Freeze did.
Sure.
Like in 6 years what he did there, it's undeniable. He did great success. But being a former student there and the like, we love our university. Like we love Ole Miss. That's what we do. We love win or lose. We've been the bottom feeders. We know we're the bottom feeders
Okay.
before he was there. And the thing about it is, Coach, as a man, like I talk to a lot of alumni, a lot, even older alumni before like generations. And man, we more upset about it after the fact. It ain't about like we knew he was gonna go, Coach. We knew he was gonna go. But the thing about it is, like, dude, we knew after the Egg Bowl, like, bruh, what are you doing? Like, if you gonna say it, oh, Miss, you would have been said this about now. We knew we was already preparing for that right there. But when he started, like, procrastinating, having the meeting, then you threatened him with a pouch to team and all that stuff right there. And then you talk about, like, lining up your assistant coaches and all that. Like, dude, like, you really making it worse. Like, you making this stuff worse. You should have, like, made your decision.
All right, let me ask you a quick question because I know you're talking, but I want to break some things down, especially you being so close. You said your name is again?
Reggie. My name is
Reggie. Reggie, I appreciate you, man, for subscribing, checking out the channel. First of all of that stuff that you heard, did that come from Lane Kiffin?
No. This is like what we was talking about in the community, like me going down there because Oxford ain't that far away from South Haven. You know, like an hour away.
Okay.
So it's like I got a lot of ties down there, you know, like
so fine.
I'm a season ticket holder.
Got you. So with that being said, I get it. And that's something about Lane people don't like are the antics. I totally understand that. Right? I get it. I'm not mad at that. You have every right to be upset. You being an alum, you being an athlete, a student, a season ticket holder, a supporter, do you believe that LSU is a better overall job than Ole Miss?
I mean, correct. Yeah, like national champion. I mean, yes. Like,
okay.
Of course. I mean, Coach, don't get me wrong. There, I'm not saying like he didn't like him taking the job. We not mad at it. It was the way he was doing everything that caused all this drama. Like, dude, if you could have been made. We knew he wasn't gonna stay. But the thing about it, like when you talking about pouching the team and taking coaches and all this stuff right here. And then the thing about it, Coach, like who you a fan of, Coach? Who your college football team?
My beloved Miami Hurricanes.
Okay, you're a Hurricane. Your biggest rival is Florida State, right?
Yeah, on a bad day, they so trash. But I get where you're going. Okay, yep.
Okay, but check this out. Other than Mississippi State, that's the last game for us on the season. We hate it's a hate relationship with Mississippi State. Second to them is LSU. And you know where I'm going with this, Coach. It's like when you were like Lane Kiffin could have said he was going to like Florida A&M. Like let's just say Clemson or somebody outside of the conference. But dude, like you talking about coaching the players and want to coach the players and do all these antics and want to coach the team and all this stuff through a playoff. Coach, this man, you going to LSU. That is a rival to us. Cam Newton tried to say it earlier on First Take, but people wouldn't they didn't catch it. But I'm like, dude, they do know like LSU is a rival to Ole Miss. It's a battle for the Magnolia.
I will you. Can I say this to you? I understand. Yes, I totally get where you're coming from, Reggie. But for him, it's a job. For you, it's a way of life, right? So I want people to understand how coaches think. Just hear me out for a second. As people who are truly invested, you're going to be a rebel to the day you die because you invested into that program, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For him, it's a job. He doesn't have the same oomph and spunk for it as you have, right? Coaches love it,
Yes, sir.
right? You know, but at the end of the day, it's a job. And I think that's the difference. Because y'all think these guys, they come in and they talk, we're family. I love it here. That is Coach Speak 101. Guess what? The next job, I love it here. This is the best place for me, right? And the next job,
Yes, sir.
I love it here. My wife loves it here. We've made lifelong friends here. It's a job. And I think that's where people have to understand. I get it. It's a rivalry for you. And at the time in which he's in the job, he's going to make sure Ole Miss understands the complexity and the depth of the rivalry. But him going there is not a get back to Ole Miss. I guarantee that. He might have thought about it, but the reason he chose that job at the very end of the day, because I believe he feels he got a better chance of winning than a natty there.
And the thing about it, we don't like. Look, I'm not against making the money. Like, I'm not against go get the bag. I mean, because our AD, Ole Miss countered. They didn't give him the NIL money that he wanted, but they counted his guarantee, like the contract of his years, like his 7 years. They counted their offer, but and I get it, I get it. Like $25 million in roster bonus and all that to build you up a championship thing. That's just the time we living in. But like, Coach, there, like, you got Alabama, you got the Alabamas, you got hell, even Auburn. Like Cam Newton, he won the championship at Auburn. Like in the SEC, it's all about going to like I don't mean to sound cocky, but the SEC is the holy grail of college football to me. Like that's just what I think.
That's fine. But Reggie,
I'm being biased.
Listen, what happened? Texas Tech just did it. They team now ranked number 4 in the nation. So I guarantee Lane Kiffin is saying, and I don't know this to be true, this is all speculation. I'm a way better coach than the dude at Texas Tech, and he bought him a team. You know what, Ryan Day? Yeah. Y'all spend $20 million on a team, and y'all got you a natty. And I think I'm a better coach than you, Ryan Day. I know I'm a better coach than the Texas Tech. I know I'm a better coach than the Texas Tech dude, right? Just follow me on this for a second now, because I'm about to cook. What they say? Let me cook. Right now, Ole Miss is ranked number 7th. Ohio State put $20 million last year in theirs. Texas A&M, we know they spinning the bag. We know Georgia's spinning the bag. Texas Tech clearly spent the bag this year. Oregon, no, they spinning the bag. And here I am at Ole Miss doing more with less. So imagine if I go somewhere where I can do more with more. So to counter his contract money is not what he was looking for. Me having more money, I'm already rich. I am rich. That doesn't help my legacy. What helps my legacy is I want that natty. I want y'all to put that money into getting me better players. Think about that. Ohio State, as much talent as Ohio State said, they would have got 20 more million. Come on now. Y'all, it's something to that now, Reggie. Talk to me now.
I think, look, because check, I don't think I'm saying, okay, the key word you said was legacy. The key word you said was legacy. And I'm standing on there with you, like, I'm with you 100%. But the thing about it is, like, don't get it twisted. Like, Ole Miss, like, we ain't the big guns like the Alabama, Georgias, but they do got, like, they got money. Like, they got, these SEC schools, these colleges got money, Coach.
Sure
like,
they do.
I mean,
sure they do.
I mean, they these boosters and stuff, come on, that, like, Coach, I'm going to just say Ole Miss now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying between lines.
I got
Ole
you.
Miss. This is Ole Miss.
Yeah,
you know,
but Reggie, there's a difference in money. I'm not saying they don't have money, but also there's a point in which I could put $100 million in Seabiscuit. He ain't gonna beat Man of War at the Kentucky Derby. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It just doesn't turn over. Like, think about that. I could, bro, we see Les Miles win at LSU and go to Kansas and go 0-9. Because there's so much more. Yeah, I'm just saying, so much talent there, Reggie. But Reggie, man, I do appreciate you calling. I appreciate y'all. We got a lot of 250-something people in the building, man. Hopefully, you brought the Ole Miss family with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss it. Look, it's nice doing like talking to you. I'm gonna be tuning in with you a lot more now because I'm new to the. But I heard a lot of couple of you guys. I'm like, man, hold on, man. I'm from Mississippi, man. Like I love my school now. Like I love my school.
I get it. I'm glad they changed the mascot, but other than that, I get it.
Oh yeah. Like man, it's kind of hard on us right there because we kind of like we salty, man. Like we real salty right there. Like
no, I get as you should be.
Hopefully,
as y'all should be. Y'all should be salty because that's what fans do. I'm not mad at that. You should be salty.
Oh yeah.
I'm just being real. Y'all should be salty.
I ain't gonna hold you long, cause I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna let the other callers. I'm gonna still tune in with the show. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it right now.
Appreciate you, Reggie. Thanks a lot, brother. Good call, man.
Yes, sir.
Good call, man. Shout out to Reggie, man. I love him. We got Harder Sports here. E. Brown, I'm gonna let you close it out. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this thing right here.
The conference has been locked.
Take this phone line down. Whew, I'm struggling right now, boy. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Who did I lose? Okay. Harder Sports, what's up, baby?
What up, Coach?
I'm good. What's happening with you, man?
I can't call it, man. Hey, man, last time we talked, I told you, man, the ACC don't gotta go, man.
Yeah, I saw you put that in the Discord. To your point. But how crazy is that, Harder Sports, that
oh, it's definitely crazy.
That the ACC is that low ranked that we can't even get our ACC champions.
It's a shame.
Bro, that's terrible.
It's a shame. The only way they can do it, man, I heard today that the AD is trying to vouch for us to veto that rule so we can get up in there.
Shame on him.
So we can get to the ACC.
Shame on him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You saying
anyway?
Hold on. You saying the Miami AD is going to try to veto what rule?
Yeah, Miami AD is trying to get the ACC to veto that rule against the tiebreakers so we can get in the ACC.
Okay. I know I'll be learning. See,
and
everybody heard that thing.
That was an ESPN ticker, so I know it's the real deal.
So to everybody out here that think I'm a Miami homer, I get it. I hope he does it. But you should have took care of business, dog. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we should have took care of business, man. It's no excuses. I'm not making no excuses. It is what it is. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, I'm still going to the game on December 6th anyway.
Hey, Hart, check this out. Hart, check this out. We got a Rolex watch on out here panhandling. Can y'all please give me some food? I'm hungry. We got a Rolex on.
Like T.Y. said, man, we a single mom. We need help from everybody.
Bro, look at this. We got our sign out. I'm hungry. And we got a Rolex on with some fresh pair of J's. You know what I'm saying? And some Versace jeans. And that's crazy. Anyway, I appreciate you, dog. Talk to you. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
But yeah, man, about the Lane situation, man, it's crazy because these people, man, they just acting like, and it's not just Ole Miss people, it's everybody just acting like Lane is just some bad guy that just did everybody wrong. And it's just like, he just took the better job. I mean,
he did what every other coach has done. Kalen DeBoer did it.
Yeah, he did what everybody else would do. He did what everybody else has done. And to sit there and to just be like, oh, man, like people keep saying, like even the other caller was like, I can understand he going to get the bag. Lane was going to get the bag no matter where he went. It's not about the bag. He got the bag. That's not the point. The point is I can go to LSU that has a better program, a better pedigree, a better brand, further recruiting ground, and they're gonna put an extra $25 million off a rip into my pocket for my team roster building on top of the $20 million revenue share. Like he's gonna go build a $50 million team, like straight up.
There you go, and
it's just like,
hold on, can I say something to you? That right there,
go ahead.
is the new arms race. It used to be facilities, right?
Yeah,
$100 million
don't mean nothing. Everybody got facilities,
right? Because guess what happened? Everybody, it was the run to goal, right? Remember, LSU just put $100 million in their locker room, bro.
Right.
So now
like
the new arms race,
it's tomato.
Right?
What we talking?
The new arms race is NIL funding.
Exactly.
Not building new buildings,
no
not sleep pods, not holographic machines that make you see the game from the field eye view, not some crazy massage machine to make your calf muscles tweak out. Everything now is NIL funding. That's the new arms race. Go ahead, brother. Speak.
And then it's like, okay, they want to talk about, well, we can do all the same things at Ole Miss. Right. To a degree you can, but LSU, Louisiana, all them kids out of Louisiana, they're going to Louisiana. They're going to LSU. They're not, he doesn't have to fight over, okay, this school, Miami want to get recruits out of Florida. Florida want to get recruits. FSU. No, everybody that's coming out of LSU, all the five stars out of Louisiana is going to LSU. Right. He ain't got to worry about nothing. Then on top of that, he's gonna have the number one offense, or at least a top 3 offense in the game. So he's gonna get all the 5-star receivers. Everybody, I mean, it's just a no-brainer situation. He's gonna be able to build his staff however he want to build it, and he's gonna build a problem for college football. That's just what it is. So to sit there and say, well, and then they're saying, well, he did it the wrong way. There was no other way that it was gonna be. He wasn't gonna come out and just say, yeah, I'm leaving. I mean, if he was to say, let's just say a month ago, he said, yeah, I'm gonna leave. Well, he could have canceled the whole season then, or his season anyway, because they wasn't gonna let him coach, just like they not letting him coach now. And everybody's saying, well, he left them. He didn't leave them kids. They wouldn't let him coach. He wanted to coach. Exactly. So it's crazy for them to just come out there and just say he did this and he did that. He didn't do none of that. He said he would coach. They're mad at him because he accepted a job for the 2026 season and beyond, and they're stopping him from coaching the rest of the 2025 season. Yeah. That's crazy how they just saying he left him or he did this and that. He didn't do none of that.
Excuse me, y'all. And to that very point, Hardest Sport, when you look at it, anybody named Mama would be lying if they were not in talks and negotiations prior to even making the news. The agents have already been talking, right? The athletic directors. That job was I know, but the athletic directors. Before
Brian Kelly got the X.
You want to know why? Because his agent, Jimmy Sexton, already knew it.
Works for everybody.
Come on. So he already know the puppet master. The puppet master said, all right, hey, Lane, this job right here going to be open. This was in week 2, week 3. Hey, are you interested? Yeah, I'm interested. Florida gonna be open too if he don't win, blah blah blah. You interested? Yeah, I'm interested. Work out the particulars.
And I think he was a little interested in Florida too. But I think that he had them. He kind of bumped heads with the AD Scott Strickland, so that kind of soured him. I think Scott that he wanted to bring in that GM, and he wasn't feeling that, so that kind of soured that little situation. But I mean, at the end of the day, unless he was gonna get blown away by what Florida had going, he was always going to go to LSU.
And here's the thing. Can I say this? People can say what they want. Until it doesn't work, a guy, everywhere he's been, he's won. He has increased the program exponentially, right? Exponentially.
Right, and people going to say,
but hold on, but until he's
say, what has he won? They're going to say, what has he won?
Yeah, but
ain't nobody won nothing. If you look at it like that, it's only 3 coaches with a championship right now in college football.
Right, but here's what I'm saying, Hart. Everywhere he's going, he has increased the program. But if you look at the programs he was at, they were never the crib de la crib jobs. They weren't. When he went to USC, they were under sanctions, right? He goes to Alabama. He wasn't the head coach. It was a crib de la crib spot, but he went and revamped what Alabama already had working, right?
Yep.
Goes to FAU, turns that around, right? Then he goes to Ole Miss, turns that around. The only spot he didn't turn around was the 1 year he was at Tennessee. I think it was 7-6 or something like that, 7-5. Other than that, bro.
And for
How you go to a Rose Bowl with 25 scholarships missing?
Crazy magic.
Oh, sanctions. Hold on, real quick. Forgot about the sanctions. Everybody keep talking about, oh, well, he gonna get you sanctioned. He gonna leave your program in worse shape. Name a program he's ever been sanctioned at. Only time I've ever known him to get sanctioned when he was at Tennessee. He mentioned a recruit's name on a radio interview. That's a slap on the wrist. Whatever. No scandal. No money in the McDonald's bag. No inappropriateness.
None of that.
None of that. What scandal? Oh, he liked the girls. Yeah. He wasn't married, I don't think. Do your thing. Everybody else applaud Ed Ogeron. I'm just saying, if he ain't married, then do your thing.
All right. But to sit there, I mean, I understand Ole Miss frustration, and they just, felt, betrayed, whatever they feel, they in their feelings. But it's just for the administration. I feel like the fans can feel like that, but the administration to just go ahead and make that rush hire and just not even just think about it. Like, yeah, okay, he's going to a rival, this and that. I get it. I mean, if that's what you really want to do, I get it. But it's just like you in a once in a lifetime chance to go try to win something. And personally, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I just don't think, even right now, I don't think Ole Miss is good enough to win the Natty. But I feel like your best foot forward is to have Lane at the head right now.
Here's what I feel about the Pete Golden hire. I feel like Pete Golden is the basketball, and the administration of Ole Miss is the players that's not that good, but they got the good basketball, and we're not gonna let y'all play with it. What do I mean?
Right.
Lane said he gonna take his play. He gonna take some coaches. You know what? All right. Well, we're gonna take Pete Golden to be our head coach, so you can't have him as your DC. And then because he's Pete Golden, he gonna keep some of the coaches around, so you can't. I'm only doing this so you can't have them. It's not the best for Ole Miss.
We're gonna take our ball and go home, so nobody can play. That's basically what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm playing keep away. I'm gonna hire these guys just so you can't have them. I don't care if they're the right fit or not. I'm just gonna hire them so you can't have them.
And to me, that shows me that the organization isn't as strong as they think it is. I mean, because if it was, you wouldn't move in that way.
Bro, Ole Miss, and you about to turn the helm over to a guy that was defensive coordinator. I get it. Never cut his teeth as a head coach anywhere. And he's walking in the shoes of his former employer. You talking about a tough job. That's bills.
It's tough. But yeah, Coach, I just wanted to holler at you, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I know you got a lot to do.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We got the loquacious E. Brown following you up, man. I appreciate you, man, being a member, man, adding to the Discord. I appreciate that, brother.
You already know, Coach. Hold it down.
Man. All right. Shout out to Heart of Sports on the building, man. Like I said, we closed the phone lines up. Appreciate y'all. Go ahead and lock it in your phone, 862-799-9956. Y'all don't really remember that. Also, while you're here, 255 people, hit the like, share, subscribe button, as well as notification bell, so we have all of this content. If you like the good, bad, and ugly film reviews, I just dropped one today of, Miami versus Pitt. So make sure you go ahead and hit that up as well. And let me get E. Brown to close this thing out. So like he like to say, because he old as all get out, he like to say, go take you some of that tussin. Like not Robitussin, that tussin. He probably still have car liver oil. Y'all do me a favor. I ain't clapped it up for nobody today. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all clap it up for the loquacious E. Brown. Hear ye.
All right.
Hear ye. Hear ye.
Hear ye. Let's close this thing out right. You know what? If I were a head coach anywhere in the country right now, I would be ecstatic. Okay? The reason why I would be ecstatic, because I would say that capitalism is working, man. Here it is, this man has built up his resume to the point to where he can demand the amount of money that he wants, what college he wants to go to. But you got people like Bill Cowher and some of these other idiots getting on the man and talking about him and calling him out his name, because he has done what the majority of us would have done if we were in that position.
That's right.
If I was coaching Ole Miss, think about this now. I'm in Mississippi. When you think about Mississippi, what you think about? You think about in the heat of the night. You think about KD. Okay, you think about KD.
My name Tibbs. My name Tibbs.
You think about sitting on the porch when it's so hot you ain't got AC. That's Mississippi, bro. Who in the heck want to spend the remainder of their college coaching career in Mississippi where you will not win a national championship?
Yeah.
The man's going to go to LSU, and he has the potential to win a national championship. Okay?
Right.
I mean,
and if he does it,
Ole Miss,
you shot your shot, bro. Right?
Hey, listen. The fans in Mississippi, they're all upset. They're all upset that he's leaving. Hey, they weren't too upset when he left FAU to come to their school. They weren't upset.
But hold on, E. Brown. Hold on. I think it is fair that fans are upset with Lane Kiffin. I believe that it's fair for any program, if you have a winning coach, to be mad at you leaving, because that's what you're supposed to do as a fan. What I don't like is the pot calling the kettle black when there's other coaches out here, players, right, that have literally done the same thing. They've held out from teams for more money as a player, because if you really cared about the team, you wouldn't hold out, right? You want to get to a situation where you can win a natty. Like, that's the goal, is to, when you first get in the league, you're trying to survive. Once you're in there, now my goal is to win a natty, like or a Super Bowl. That's the ultimate goal for any and all players. That's the ultimate goal for any and all coaches. And I'm going to say this thing, I'm going to let you burn out. E. Brown, I believe that Lane Kiffin, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but when you talk about a guy who he is and the kind of person he may be, he doesn't want his legacy to be the same as his father's. Somebody brought up a very key word, and I think it was Stretch. He said Monty Kiffin was a journeyman, right? A journeyman. Very respected in the profession. But other than his own personal personality and who he was as a person, and some other things that he's done in coaching, what was his professional legacy? And I think as a young man who is considered very bright offensively, I think you want your legacy to be a little different than your dad's. What's your thoughts?
And that one difference is to win a national championship.
There you go.
As a head coach. Listen, Lane Kiffin's resume is littered with, I'm leaving your program at some point. I'm going to get you to a certain point, but I'm going to leave if there's a better offer or if there's something that I think that I can go chase after to get to where I want to get.
And every coach
you mentioned something earlier tonight, legacy. Legacy is the whole behind this whole thing. Okay, behind the whole thing. But go ahead. What you was about to go?
No, I'll
go
just
ahead.
say every coach's resume is littered behind what? Let's go. Everybody talking about Jimmy Johnson. Miami. What the hell was he doing at Oklahoma State? He came to Miami. What? After who won a natty?
Miami won a natty.
Okay. So Jimmy Johnson came to Miami.
Exactly.
Everybody trying to move up in this thing. Dennis Erickson came after what? And Butch Davis.
Jimmy Johnson won a natty.
And Butch Davis came after what? You see how this works? I don't know why people say, oh, well, Lane Kiffin, like how you just, the reason I'm saying that is because of what was just said, and I'm not saying you were wrong, but every coach resume is littered with upward mobility. That's even a corporate strategy.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. He is doing what any red-blooded American male, if they were in his position, would have done.
Go ask.
They would have taken that.
Go ask James Franklin. Go ask Mike Gundy. Go ask whoever else that's been at these schools for a long time if the school was loyal to them. I'm just saying.
Listen, it's there. You know, loyalty is just like it's like being an ask hole. Not but an ask hole. Okay, that's what loyalty is. Okay, that's a person who constantly asks for your advice, and yet yet always does the opposite of what you tell them to do. Your school will tell you, hey, listen, we want you here. We love you. And we're going to give you all this money. But if you don't bring that national championship here, we're going to get rid of your butt in a heartbeat. We're not thinking about, like I heard Coward this morning on the talk show, one of the talk shows yesterday, rather. He's talking about Lane Kiffin is letting the kids down. He's leaving the kids.
See, that's bull crap.
And I'm like, I go, why are his compadres sitting there letting him say that stuff? Well, they know he's talking out of the side of his mouth.
Right.
Because if he was in the same position, he would have done the same thing. He's a coach. And I know he's a coach.
And all coaches follow the same timeline, E. Brown.
He was talking about, look at Nick Saban, how Nick Saban did it. And Nick Saban told the Miami Dolphins, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to Alabama. That's what I'm going. The last game of the season, he was on a helicopter flying to Alabama to sign a contract. What?
And let me ask you this. Without the college football playoff, see, what people don't realize, the time frame is still the same, but the format of football is different. And that's what's not fair to coaches who are doing this. See, let me ask you this. First of all, people don't make announcements till ink has been signed on the paper. That's why they don't answer those questions. Because I can't be, I'm going to LSU, and LSU decided to pull out at the last second. Now you're looking like a fool. You don't make those things until
pulling out, no pun intended, but go ahead.
But yeah. But don't leave your ink inside. Leave it on the paper. When you pull out, don't let the ink go in the cap. Put the ink on the paper. That's all I'm saying.
Correct.
And so when you do that, that's when you speak about it. The problem with this whole situation is that the time frame for coaches being hired and fired is still the same. Why ain't nobody tripping about Alex Golish? Because it's just a bowl game. Why ain't nobody tripping about John Sumrall? Because for Tulane, he going to the playoffs, ain't he? Ain't he in the playoffs, Tulane?
They listen. Don't get me to talk about the playoffs. Okay?
No. But here's what I'm saying. I know, but I just want to follow it. But here's all I'm saying is, why is nobody mad at John Sumrall about him letting the players down? Why he don't stay the next year to make Tulane great again? Why? To me, the whole thing is the hate for the individual more than the acts of the man.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is that, like I said, Lane Kiffin has always had this aura about him, or this personality about him. When he was at FAU was about to get rid of him because he was over there hobnobbing with all the young girls out on the boat. You remember when he was out on the boat, getting caught out on the boat with the young girls at FAU in Boca Raton?
He wasn't married.
That's one of the reasons why he was there. He was out there on the boat with with the girls in the boat and having a little fun. When you're in Mississippi, bro, when you're in Mississippi, you only see cotton fields, black folks sitting on the porch, heat of the night. That's what you see in Mississippi. You're not going to win a national championship there. You're not going to bring in elite players into Mississippi.
It's a freedom riders.
National championship.
So freedom riders. Don't forget about that.
Freedom riders. Okay. You're not your rebel flags and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's what you're going to see. You don't want to see that stuff all the time. You want to go somewhere where you could bring in good football players, dogs, so to speak, who want to win a national championship for you.
100%.
That's what you want to see.
100%.
Okay, and then you go to LSU. Can I do it at Florida? Possibly. But you got to deal with all that crap in Florida right now. This man don't want to go to deal with that crap in Florida right now. Even LSU, he has all the talent all around him. He can recruit. The man can recruit, just like you said before. He can recruit. He can get players to win a national championship. Now let's talk about the ACC.
Thought we was gonna hold on to tomorrow.
University of Miami, University of Miami, and all the so-called. How many good teams are on the ACC right now? There's only one good team this year in the ACC. That's University of Miami. We have absolutely no business being a part of that freaking league. You need to leave the ACC. The ACC did not stand behind Miami to win, to go and play in the national championship. They didn't stand behind Miami to play for the ACC championship. They're not doing anything. Hey, Coach, that's disgusting right there. That is really disgusting.
What did I do?
That's like being at a restaurant. You ever been at a restaurant, you see a bunch of old people sitting next to you, and all they're doing is eating and blowing their nose?
I know, but I'm sick, bro. I apologize, man, but that's why I'm trying to just wipe it. I didn't blow my nose. I'm just trying to wipe it.
Hey, and where's your hand sanitizer? You just blowing your nose. You ain't washing your hands. You just spreading germs back and forth.
I'm the only one.
You're gonna get sepsis. You're gonna get sepsis if you don't wash your hands, man. You're blowing your nose and you're putting the germs right back in your face. That's why your big old eyes red. Look at your eyes all red. You know why? Because you got that sepsis coming on. You put germs, taking germs out of one place, and you put it in another place, all over your face. You see? That's what that is. But again.
That boy, Mr. Overdose say, Mr. Overdose say, eat brown on what your digital syphilis, coach. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then this playoff crap. Why in the world do we have JMH and Tulane in the playoffs? Why? Why would you put those teams to be put on a slaughterhouse so they can go play Alabama or Ohio State and get slaughtered? Who wants to see that crap? Kick their asses. Kick their butts out of the league, out of the playoffs, and put Miami, Vanderbilt, and some other teams in and let this thing be competitive. We don't want to see that crap. But you know what? Like someone said earlier, we lost 2 games. We got to deal with it. So be it. And
thank you. Hold up. Excuse me. All that I've been waiting for you to finish talking. Hold on. I've really been waiting for you to finish talking. You want to know why? Because here, my brother, here is the world's smallest violin just for you. You know what? As I sing over this selection that I'm about to send you, as all that beta talk that came from between your lips, all of that, please, big brother, may I have another? All of that, I'm just asking for another chance. I smoked the TV, mama. Huh? If you want credit, E. Brown. If you want credit, E. Brown, go get a visa. We had one. We had one job to do, brother E. Brown. We had one of two of those games, and we didn't do it. Now I got people on here. Well, the AD wants us to veto somebody else's rule. E. Brown, we're a better team than all of them, but we lost the game. I can't understand how these Miami Hurricanes are crying and moaning for opportunity when the ample opportunity was given to you. We had an easy schedule. Huh? We had this. Yeah. We got the money, the NIL, and we still want another chance. You know what I call y'all? Ricky Schroders. You know who that is, E. Brown?
I know who Ricky. Yeah, I know who.
Silver spoons.
Yeah, I know who Ricky Schroders is. Yeah. Silver spoon. You want a silver spoon?
That's it. Y'all some spoiled rich kids from Coral Gables who want their cake and eat it too. But they're going to turn around.
Well, I mean,
hold up.
I mean,
hold up. Y'all going to turn around and say, the U invented swag. And we up here groveling. Please let us in the club. I gave you 2 tickets and you lost them. You only needed 1 ticket. You lost 1, right? You win a week, then you lost the next one. All you needed was 1 ticket to get in. I gave you 2. And all I'm telling you, brother, is stop groveling and begging another grown man looking for a handout when you need to go out there and get your get busy tool, go hunting, and find you something to eat.
And it's kind of disgusting, isn't it? You know how disgusting it is? Think about this, Coach. You ever had one of your friends, or if you've been in that situation yourself, where you dated the pretty girl, and the pretty girl has told you, listen, I need to find myself. I don't need to be with you anymore. And then you start crying and asking her for a second chance.
Please, baby, just don't leave me. Don't leave me, please.
Exactly.
You're a beta.
Exactly. You know that's beta. You know what that means? That means you would never, ever, ever get a chance with that lady. If she sees tears coming in your eyes, you're talking about, give me a second chance. Oh, that's not what you do.
Hold on, Ebron.
We go out.
Hold on. Did you just switch midstream? Did you just do all that beta talk and then come back talking like alpha?
No. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the scenario. I'm giving you a synopsis.
Oh, so you agree with you? So you agree with what you said? So hold on. So you agree with what you said earlier was beta talk? Is that what you're telling me?
It's talk. I didn't say anything beta earlier. What did I say? It was beta earlier. I didn't say anything that was beta.
Miami's the best doggone team here, and there's no reason why we should have a Tulane and another team in it. We're the best team, huh?
No. I didn't say. I said that the college football playoffs is an awful system. I wasn't touting for Miami to get into the playoffs because I know we're not going to get into the playoffs because we lost. What I was saying is we shouldn't have teams in the playoffs who we know they're not going to win a doggone game. Tulane, who is Tulane going to be? They're not going to be anybody in that top 11.
I agree.
Not anybody.
I agree.
So we had them in the top 11. We had them in the top 11, just taking away a position for a team that can potentially go in there and win it. Miami happens to be one of those teams. That's not beta. Beta is when you are dating LMZ, and LMZ tells you, I don't want to date you anymore. You start crying and go, please, come to me. And she sees tears coming out your eyes. She's never going to come with you. She's never going to relent. She's never going to tell you, okay.
Sometimes you got to beg, Brown, because LMV She be cooking that good griot. You don't get it nowhere else like
she
that.
sees weakness. She sees weakness when the playoffs committee, when other teams, and when those people who don't like University of Miami see our fans and our coaches crying about getting to this, it makes them hate us even more.
I understand.
Okay? So stop it. Just stop it.
I understand.
Right? The AD is going to the ACC to tell the teams who are qualified to be in the game, hey, don't put them in there. Put us in there. That's like going to LSU when she told you no. You're going back to LSU and you're trying to say, hey, I can do better. I swear, I'll change. Are you serious right now? All you guys out there who think going to your girl and crying will get you somewhere, no, don't do it. You're killing yourself. Don't do it. Turn your back, walk away. That's how you make yourself strong. That's how you rest my. We gotta turn our back and go to next year. Wait the next year. That's what we gotta do.
I got you. Real quick, David Staples for the $10 don't know. Thank you. Shout out to Coach Hayes making sacrifices and blessing us through a cold. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, David, man. Really do. I think it was more than allergies. That should be all right by tomorrow. I took my Claritin Clear.
And of course, the ACC sucks. ACC sucks.
No.
They never supported the University of Miami. They let these referees cheat.
Oh God! Y'all kill me. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing
suck.
that. That's beta talk right there. Now that is beta talk. The referees cheated. I don't hear nobody crying about the Pitt game. Boy, they gave us so many calls in Pitt game. Oh my God!
When you point out a wrong, that's not being beta.
When you complain, when you're complaining about it, the referees cheated us. How about we don't have 8? Hold on. How does a referee cheat us on false start?
No. What I'm talking about is the play where they call the illegal hit after they blew the whistle that nobody could hear, which cost us 15 yards. Eventually cost us the game. Seriously. Those are the things. Those are the things that.
So hold on, Ebra, because I love this. I love this. I'm in the kitchen tonight, cooking for one of my oldest customers, so I got to be careful not to use too much salt and pepper. You know, he got that sugar, make your feet swell. Listen, let me ask you a question. Even LV said crying about the refs is beta. Thank you, LV. Here's my question. Did Marquise Lightfoot run into the quarterback after the whistle was blown? Was the whistle blown? Yes or no?
Of course yes, he did. I mean,
okay. So did he? Hold on. Did he? Excuse me.
Question, Coach.
No, it isn't. Did he commit? No. Question. Did he commit the infraction?
He committed it. He committed the infraction in the midst of playing the game when the whistle was barely heard by anybody.
Okay, but did you hear the whistle?
No, I did not.
No, I'm saying when they replayed it, did you hear the whistle?
I mean, yeah, because you had
television
where the sound. They brought the sound up. The kid is out there playing football.
I'm not mad at the kid. Listen, I'm not mad at the kid. I'm not blaming him. What I'm saying is, again, you want credit for something that was an infraction. Here's why I say that. Here's why I say this. What's the speed limit, E-Brown? On I-75, I-95, the turnpike, 70 miles per hour. Let's just go with that as a standard.
70 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour.
Can an officer pull you over for doing 73? Can he? No, can he? I'm not saying would. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Hold on. That's all I need to know. They typically don't do it because there's a grace period. But technically, by the rule, He can.
Yeah, he can.
There's several rules that I don't like. I'll literally watch NFL where they say you hit the quarterback below the knee. Even if you get pushed into him, you got to find some kind of way to contort your body not to hit him below the knee as you got pushed by a 300-pound dude behind you. Right?
True.
Here's what I'll say to you. Real quick, Star Flaw says, technically yes, but it won't hold up in court. You're right. Guess what? Same thing with a referee. You could throw the flag. He gave you the ticket. You could go and complain, and you know what the referee committee gonna say? Coach, you know what? We missed that one. You're right. We'll get you next time. It ain't gonna change.
Well, first
it ain't gonna change nothing.
First of all, you can't write a ticket for anything 5 miles under the speed. 5 miles over the speed limit is acceptable.
Okay.
5 miles over the speed limit. So you can't write a ticket for 73.
But you can pull them over for probable cause, right?
Yeah. But you pull them over and say,
there you go. There you go. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to belabor this point. But what I'm trying to tell you is we have to
do what at this point?
Belabor. I don't want to keep going over. I don't want to kick the dead horse. All I'm trying to say is I understand that.
That's the same as repeating?
Yes. I don't want to keep going over and over. We're kind of going in circles about it. All I'm saying, because I know you want to speak about all the topics.
I'm trying to get it straight because with your code, it sounds like you coming. It sounds like you're in Mississippi. You sound like you from Mississippi. You sound like Reggie, who was on the phone earlier. You sound like you from Mississippi.
Okay.
I can barely understand.
Belabor. Here's the definition. Belabor. I don't want to argue or elaborate in excessive detail. That's what belabor means. To argue or elaborate a subject in excessive detail.
That's the same as pontification, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to give you the true Webster definition of belabor. But anyhow, all I'm saying is when we clean up our job, a lot of things get cleaned up, like false starts, hit the dude out of bounds late. But anyway, what's your next point, E. Brown?
Well, we're gonna dissect what you just talked about, okay? Because earlier this year, I told you that one of our faults is this little short guy who's supposed to be this offensive line guru, okay? That was one of my points this year, was that we're giving this guy too much credibility as to thinking that he's a great coach when his offensive line is horrible. Okay, getting penalties, not making the proper blocks, and so on and so forth. But now that we have a quick scat back who can hit those holes quicker, we know that those guys were actually blocking pretty fairly well.
Oh,
we had
glad
the
you said
bigger and
that.
slower backs going through the hole. We had the bigger and slower backs going through the hole. The hole would open up. By the time they got there, it was closed. But this little kid, Springer, what's his name? Pringle? Pringle goes through the hole.
Stack my chips.
He's 10 yards down the field. Okay, so he's 10 yards down the field. So those are some of the things that we're dissecting. As we go along, we go, holy crap. We see what the problem was. We needed to have that quick scat back that could get to the hole quicker, other than those boom, 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 bang, bang, bang guys like the kid, number 4. What's his name?
Mark Fletcher.
Fletcher and Brown. Those guys were our battering ram, and they would not get into the hole quick enough.
Right.
So that's one of the. Hey, listen. That's one of the things I sit there as I watch you good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, that's something I got about watching you good, bad, and ugly. And the more we sit back and we look at this ACC and this playoff system, we're learning that it's all about money. It's all about money. They want to put Notre Dame into the playoff because Notre Dame has the potential to make a lot of money for the NCAA, for the college football world.
Right.
That's what they think. Okay, that's what's essentially what's going on right now. It's all about the money.
Okay.
Lane Kiffin left. It's all about the money. They got rid of Brian Kelly. It's all about the money. Everything is about the money.
It is.
So those are some of the things.
Yeah. Well, Ibra, I told you it was going to be 2.5 hours by the time I got off here.
Well, listen, you go. This is what I want you to do for me, okay? You get you some rubber tussin.
Told you that tussin.
All right. Go to your bathroom, get in the bathtub, bring you some hot water, put a little Vicks Vapor Rub in there. Okay? Put a little Vicks in your hot tub, and you sit there and let the vaporizer take effect. And by all means, from this point forward, keep you some sanitizer next to you. When you blow your nose, wash your hands right afterwards. Because you spraying them germs, man. They're getting in your eyes, they're getting in your eyes, they're getting on your jaws. You see it all on your top. See? You see what I'm saying? You're putting it in your eyes and you're just making yourself sick. I'm telling you, that's what you got to do.
I appreciate that.
Don't sit in the bathtub naked with vapor rub because you're not going to like it. It's going to burn. If you sit in the bathtub naked with vapor rub, it's going to burn you. So you can't sit in the tub naked.
My question is, how you know that?
Hey, listen, I live life, man. You live and learn. You live and learn, right? You live and learn. If you experiment with some things, you find out that some things bring you pleasure and some things bring you pain.
Gotcha. Shout out to Reggie for the $5. Why does Coach sound like Lemon Pepper Deborah? You're sitting on his chest. What I miss? Reggie, you all right with me, brother. You ain't missed too much of nothing. As a matter of fact, Lemon Pepper Deborah already here. Hold up. Excuse me. And she about to go to my chest right now. So.
What?
Excuse me. So with all that being said, Reggie, I appreciate you. Hey, Lemon Pepper Deborah.
You are setting a bad precedent.
Hey, Lemon Pepper Deborah. Hey,
you cannot do that in front of.
Guess what?
You cannot do all of this stuff. Where's your Lysol, man?
I'm on my way, Lemon
Where's
Pepper
your Lysol at?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you real quick. 260-some people in the building. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. The Coach Me Coach podcast. You know, we kind of just revamping this thing, kicking it back up. All right. We'll be back on tomorrow. As long as Lemon Pepper Deborah don't kill me. You understand me? And so we'll be back. Y'all clap it up again for my man, E. Brown. All right, that's enough clapping for him.
Hey.
And so with all that being said, we about to get up out of here. We about to make it happen. I do appreciate y'all. I'm finna go get better. And thank y'all for stopping through. We've been here 2.5 hours. Much love to everybody out here, man. And do me a quick favor. Hit the like, share, subscribe
Remember,
button on the way
man,
out.
go take a hot vapor sit down.
What kind of dude you talking about sitting down in the tub? What you want to put bubbles in your tub?
I said don't sit in it, man. Don't sit in it.
What's up with this
go,
dude, man?
Do that to you.
What else you want to do? You want to put some foot cream on your toes so you don't get athlete's foot? Do you want to do that too?
Listen, I got to go to work. Okay, I got to go.
Man, I don't know what you talking about. All I can tell you is, E. Brown, ain't nobody finna be sitting in no tub with no rubber dub, huh? Talking about, hey, Lemon Pepper Deborah, bring me some of that Vicks Vapor Rub it on my chest. Matter of fact, put some on the bottom of my feet with an onion and give me some real thick socks. Well, y'all crazy out here.